We're here today to check out some more cricket.
But should we just call it like Cricket Tuesday or something like that?
Cricket Tuesday.
Cricket Tuesday.
Cricket Tuesday.
It was repeating itself. Can we just see that?
It's so true, though.
Okay, well, first of all,
true.
Mitch Johnson, Brett Lee, MS Dhoni. With all that boring stuff out of the way, this is a very important, momentous occasion.
Hello, Boring Review Nation. Gabe.
Nick.
He wasn't even prepared, guys. He was not prepared. I just jumped in there.
It's better that way sometimes.
And we are back today for another
Cricket Tuesday.
review.
Oh, I beat you.
Look at that. Oh, man. Almost synchronized. Nick, tell them what we're going to be reviewing or actually reacting to.
Well, let me synchronize my watch real quick. All right, now we're ready to go. Just kidding. So we are reacting to a Patron request today from our man Blair. It's been a while since Blair has sent us any new recommendations or requests, but I realized, hey, I got some other ones that he made in the past. So we're ready to look at Corey Anderson. I think he plays for New Zealand, and this is his fastest ODI century. Let me see. The title of the video is by Corey Anderson, 131 off 47 balls. Now, this is a longer video. So hopefully you got, 20 minutes or so to sit down and enjoy some time with Boring Reviews. If you're new to Boring Reviews, how are you doing? We do these Cricket Tuesday videos every single week. And if you love cricket and you want more, and the ones that we have already on the channel aren't enough, go check out Cricket for Americans. We got a lot more videos on there. But, like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into this. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right. Count us down.
All righty. 3, 2, 1.
And Corey Anderson is the new batsman. The two left-handers at the crease.
He's a lefty.
Remembering we're only in the 8th
Oh,
over.
nice. Southpaw.
85 for 3.
Off. Slightly.
Off.
Good. Go,
Well, Anderson's got time now. He can just get himself in, feed the strike to Jesse Ryder, who's seen it like a
Score
beach ball.
85 off 3 wickets.
Get yourself in, get yourself set.
Nice little bounce. He let it bounce in front of him and just
Here.
push
No,
it.
Won't take it on.
Just get a single there. There you go.
Anderson picked that one. And picked
All right,
it
so that's a boundary.
wonderfully well. It was another slow ball. Dragged down.
Looks
put
like they
away.
don't have the outer wall past the boundary.
Anderson
we know what
somewhere
that is.
inside. Is this a
Woo,
chance
we know
for
what
someone
that
in the
is.
crowd? No, it's gone too far as
Jeez.
well.
I love it. You got the
Right up
guys
on
on
the
the
top of the
lawn.
bank.
That is awesome. That would be a great way to watch a cricket match. You're just enjoying on your lawn
Strong
chair.
leg,
You
isn't
got
he,
your
Anderson?
cooler with some drinks.
Oh, this is a big shot.
Bro, it reminds me of like baseball, spring
Smaller
training
boundaries, a
games.
square
Yep.
here at the
Stadiums
event
are a lot
centre.
smaller,
You
man.
knew
A
straight
lot
away
more
that was
intimate.
Going 15 rows back.
Jeez. So, I mean, this bowler, he's throwing
feeling
it
the
in
man on
different
the,
parts of around the stumps, and he just keeps hitting it. Look at that. That would be the
Yeah,
other
over
way.
backward point.
Some reverse spin on
Comfortable
that.
couple. Jesse Ryder's going to the bowler's end, but no
Close.
problems at all.
Play like this.
Right up the middle. Plain some
How
pepper.
hard is it? That's straight down the ground, Anderson.
Jeez.
Go.
Woo.
Oh, pulls this one. That's gone all the way too. Oh, the young
Turned
man.
him around.
He tried to catch that. Might have a sore finger as well, I think. That young man there, is that a... Just trying to think, we might know that man.
It looked like the employee caught it barehanded.
I didn't even
Lose a
see
finger
that.
trying
Let's
to do
see.
this young lad. Here we go. Yep.
He
he's
missed.
trying-
Watch. Barehanded. Oh, they didn't give him the credit.
He started to, and he thought, no, it's going a bit quick. I'll let it
See,
go
he
through.
lets it go, and the other guy catches it barehanded.
Oh, nice.
At 3 overs, 1 for 32. Oh, and a chance too. There's a lot of orange shirts there.
One guy
No
slid
one
down
getting
like he was trying to
hand
steal
anywhere
home.
near it.
Oh.
Love it.
$100,000 goes begging. Well, they picked the
See,
right
that would be
spot.
fun too because you can
Anderson
catch
not
the
afraid
ball
to go
anywhere you're
hard
at.
in
You have
the
a
over.
chance.
100 grand if you can take that one-handed with one of those orange shirts on.
Wow.
Long off. Is that a chance? No, he's got power on that.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, dude. He just dropped 100 grand.
Gosh, I tell you what, it's causing a few problems
Oh.
in the outfield too, this catching
I wonder if they have to pay
Whether he
extra
just
money for
dropped
that
him or whether he
chance.
bowled him out of the way. Dad's just dropped him.
He's dropped them cold.
Sorry, son, I've got something more important to catch.
Well, the kid will be thankful
Man.
later in years if his old
You
man
get
wins
no
100K,
love.
I suppose.
That's hilarious.
Look at the power from Anderson. How well's he done to
Yeah,
get
that
it
was
over
nice.
wide long off?
He lifted
So
that bat
strong, we
way up
talked
to his
about it.
chin almost.
Look at that. Almost seemed like a miss it.
That's the one
Really
before.
did, but it's gone a long way.
That's not
Oh,
a miss
there
hit,
you go.
that, Craig. That is 6 more. This is a good chance, is it? No.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh,
Right
That
over
was
the back
super
of the
deep.
hill once again. Opportunities.
I will
aplenty.
say though, I have
And
not seen
Anderson
like any fast bowling, any
Raced
pace
to
bowling. You know what I mean?
46
yeah.
18 deliveries.
I mean, it
this
doesn't
guy's
seem
got
like
a
it.
finger on
That guy had a Green Bay Packers hat on.
Wow. This is great hitting from Anderson. It's in
Oh.
the zone. He's so strong. He knows it's gone a long way. Oh, there
It was
He had
good
a
with the
chance, had a
orange.
go, and
Oh.
it got a finger on it.
Bro, it hurts.
100 grand right there. Missed.
Keep going, son.
No, he's doing better than slogging. These are good cricket shots.
And again, flat and hard for 6 more. Wow. 50 up for Anderson of 20 deliveries.
4 sixes in the over. Jeez.
Wonderful innings. New Zealand moved to 159
Wow.
for 3 after 13.
Oh, how destructive is Anderson being today? 4 sixes in that over. Ramdam said it was slogging. Well, it's not slogging. This is just power hitting.
good
Touch
song.
short that time from the Rhine. And it's gone flat and hard for 6. Look at that. It's a bullet.
Yeah, you ain't not gonna barehand that
What
bullet.
an innings from the
Whew.
young New
Like the
Zealand
pop-ups,
left-hander.
you might be able to barehand that, but when they're line drives like that, bro,
Partnership of 70
get out
Dude,
the
that
way.
looks-
between Ryder
That looks
and Anderson
beautiful
now.
right there with the mountain behind, with all the
Just
greenery.
32
It is
That'd
a
be a
deliveries.
great game to go
great
to.
field.
And out there. Oh, a little slip. Just a little slip as he was racing in.
It's a little harder
Terrific
right there.
stuff from Bravo.
Damn.
That's
Jeez.
not. That is not at all. And another chance goes begging. Racing down the hill. Couldn't take it.
Ooh.
168 for 3.
That bat was an extension of his arms right there. Just
My goodness.
angled it down about 35
brilliant
degrees.
Stuff.
You will notice, even though he's a
Wow,
lefty,
extra
bro,
cover, and this is Rampal
he
he's
pulls
hitting.
some stuff, but then he goes the other way a lot too.
Yeah.
This is just a classy shot. Probably one of the toughest one over extra cover.
Watch,
But
just
try
hit
to
the
bowl
ball
wide to him.
outside.
Yep.
I'll stick
He's
it out
used the
there.
pace.
Bye.
He lets it come to him, and he just does
Confidence
with
is
it.
high, the eye is in.
Oh,
Dropped on the boundary, bro.
he's got a nice swing.
Oh, and again, straight down the ground this time. And doesn't make it the whole way. I think it just might have gone over. We'll have to check on that one, I believe. But
Hey, is that
you
Walton?
wouldn't back against it because they have
The
been
autograph
going
signer
all
himself?
over the place here in Queenstown.
The autograph signer.
Ian
That's
Gould is
hilarious.
upstairs in the third umpire role. He wants
Yeah,
to know if
he
this
went
is
over.
6. And it is.
Well
Quite
over.
confidently say that's well over.
The challenge for the West Indies is to be able to bowl to the field, but with one-day cricket, you've still got to have 5 guys.
Yeah, look at
inside
how
the
they're all
circle.
spread out.
In a batting
Jeez.
power play situation.
Oh
You're
my
almost
gosh.
powerless as a captain.
Oh,
There you go again. This is monstrous. This one. It's gone
He just
miles
battered
wide
that ball.
and over the bank. 100 partnership, and there's 19 off the first 4 balls of this over.
Wow.
42 balls.
dude,
and
that
100
Ryder
runs.
guy is aptly named
Fantastic
Ryder. He's just
partnership.
riding this
is
wave
a
right
huge
now.
hit.
Shh, listen.
It's gone high, it's gone wide.
Oh yeah, he's admiring that. I love it.
People on the bank thought they had a chance, but it kept going over to where the planes are landing. That's massive. Corey Anderson, he's just taken over from Jesse Ryder.
He's got some flair, you know what I mean? He's got some style. I
The
love
crowd is
it.
getting everything they came to watch.
You gotta love what you do
Yes,
sometimes.
Jesse Ryder's playing the anchor role.
Ooh. Nice little short approach. Ooh, that
Off
went
the
over.
Toes, off the toes.
I was gonna say, dude,
Again.
that looked like it was gonna hit
It's
him.
another
Wow.
one. That's 4 in a row.
Wow.
That's probably the most impressive
crazy.
one, bro.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good Yorker.
Breaks Brendan McCullum's
That was a lot of
New
muscle
Zealand
right
record
there
of
where
10
he
sixes
seriously
in
gave a little bit of a
one-day
lift.
international innings. And he's
Didn't even
only
give a full swing.
faced 28 balls. He's hit 10 sixes.
Jeez.
11 now. He's hit 11
He doesn't even look like he's broke a
He's
sweat.
only faced 28 balls.
He's just smiling, bro. Oh man. He's comfortable. That's the worst.
Oh, he almost had it.
Oh, and that'll go. Oh, brilliantly stopped.
Man, he got 4
Wayne
sixes
Bravo
in
does
that
a great
over,
job
too.
here. He saved 4, but
26
the bad
runs.
news is that Anderson's back on strike. It's 194 for 3.
The quality of pitch we're talking about. Corey Anderson, he come out not easy against Narayan. And then he started to get his eye, and then it just rained sixes.
It just rained sixes.
All around the ground, flat, high. It didn't matter. The crowd have been entertained. They just seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger and harder and flatter.
Bro.
His approach to his swing reminds me more of a baseball or a golf swing than a cricket swing.
Oh, yeah, he's
Man,
definitely.
working for him.
It's power, bro.
Look at that.
The scoring shots.
I mean, he's leading with his front
sixes.
foot. He's
Some of
keeping
them
that foot to
gone over the
protect
hill
him, and
down
he's
towards the
letting
building
his
site.
hips and the rest of his arms
New
bring in the power.
development. And how about Ravi Rampal? He's a world-class ranked bowler, this fellow. 3 overs, none for 64.
And that tells you he's not facing a scrub.
4. That'll get him through to 89.
Not at all.
Endell Simmers trying to just take a little bit of pace off that. He did get a bit of mistiming. Oh, that's an incredible shot. 1 bounce 4 with no pace and all that width.
That was a little off-center, but he still was able to get
one
run
Anderson
out
will
of it.
keep the strike, and with
Just
that
because they were
single,
playing
he'll
so
move to
deep.
95.
Some sights in Queenstown.
Craig, here's a stat for you. Corey Anderson now has 1 delivery to beat the fastest one-day international century of all time, by Shahid Afridi. If he hits this for 6, he breaks the world record.
Wow.
That's what this delivery is all about. Corey
And do you
Anderson,
think he's going
he's
for
gonna
it?
have a crack at
I don't know. Dude, look at his partner, the rider. He's got 83 runs. He's not slouching at all either.
He'll have no idea about that. None at all. Neither will the
Oh.
You're not even trying to
And he
give him
comes.
anything good.
Gives it to him. It's gone.
Oh.
It's over the top. That is a world record.
Did you see that? That was outside his body, and he got it for a 6.
It was almost behind him. And that's what I was
Yes.
just saying. Like, if I'm the bowler, I'm not giving him anything good to hit.
And he didn't. Man alive.
Probably without the knowledge to know that he's just got himself a world record. 36 balls, he's brought up his 100. 12 sixes and 4 fours.
36 balls in 36 minutes. That's pretty quick.
New Zealand team stand. Congratulations, Corey Anderson.
Hat back on, back to work.
Folklore.
Yeah.
He said it.
The headlines will go around the world. And let's have another one for good measure. I'm on my way to a double.
Oh, man.
150-run partnership in 36 minutes. Craig Cumming, 36
Yeah, he definitely knew what was coming.
58 balls. The
Not the
must
bowling,
be
not the
absolutely
ball,
so
but he knew
shell-shocked now
the record was
that
on the
Eden
line.
Park, that victory where we're jumping around, excited men, they have been bashed into submission here. They've got to have a bat, but if they get them, it'll be good.
Oh, my gosh.
Amazing. Oh, look, the power. How do you do that, man?
See, if you let that one go,
Well,
there's a chance it might even be a wide, but he's
Even
just
miss
in his
hits go
zone.
flying.
Great slower ball in another boundary. Wasn't badly bowled at all. It almost had deception written on it, but not quite.
Nice.
Bounce
Nice.
down to mid off. Unless it goes through. Gee, that was
a very nice. That was a very nice catch, bro.
Was that a knuckler?
That is how you wait and hit late.
Like a knuckle
It's
pitch.
almost impossible to get that kind of power and timing into a ball. It's that slow.
Extraordinary.
Look at that.
Talk about how good the pitch is
Just
here.
waited for it, yeah.
Didn't bounce. Anderson just waited. Picked a spot.
That thing did he? Oh man.
Well, he should get two.
oh.
He'll look to come back, and he's got to.
They don't want to be added to that
As the
list of
infield
runouts.
hitter, Ronke does the right
Oh.
thing. Straight up. It's going to land safely, and they get another couple.
Oh, so he mishit that, and he come on, that's got to be
And
frustrating,
Anderson goes to 130.
At this point, you're just hoping for him to make a mistake.
bro. When you pop a ball straight up in the
Wasn't that
air
long ago,
as
though,
a
standing
batter,
around with
you're
the
like, oh,
Dude, and his head
hoodies on, trying to
faced the
stay
other
warm,
direction. He didn't expect it to go there
getting ready to
whatsoever.
hop in the cars,
No,
I'm
he
sure, and
mishit
go
that.
back to the hotel. An hour and a half later, he's broken the world record. He's 130 not
Got
out.
your
He's
legs
still
on that
going. And he's going to stay not out by the look of it. And the West Indies will drag themselves off the park. They're beaten into submission here. Somehow they've got to lift themselves up and go after 284 remarkable runs. And it's all about Corey Anderson, and the crowd will stay
now
for
I
a
didn't
long
see him
time
actually get
on their
out.
feet for this
So
young man.
No,
did
me
they
either.
declare?
Walks off. He waves
I
to
don't
the
think he
crowd.
got out. I'm not sure.
Absolutely amazing
It said only
innings.
24 overs. This is one-day
Absolute
cricket,
treat.
so they should have
Congratulations.
50.
So
I'm
did
not
they
sure
declare?
why
6
he's going
balls,
out.
47 balls, 131 runs.
Well, it's not very often you see the players come down and almost give him a guard of honour here. His teammates, look at them, they've all come out. They've all come out for him. Williamson, he's not part of this historic stuff. Usually they say their congratulations in the dressing room, but they've given him basically a guard of honour. And the West Indies face this daunting equation now.
All right, so, man, so we just saw Corey Anderson have a day at the park. I mean, it seemed like, and this is no offense to the West Indies team or the West Indy bowlers or their fans, but I mean, it seemed like it was like a scrimmage game or something. And he was just up there and he was just casually, plucking away at it. And he was chopping down that tree, so to speak. He made it look so easy. And that's what the greats do when they're in the zone. They make it look really easy.
I mean, he wasn't facing the 4 horsemen up there. Okay, let's be real. But the announcer even said that one of the bowlers he was facing was a world-class bowler. And again, he made it look absolutely easy, effortlessly. And I will say, though, that as I'm watching him, he does something that you mentioned, you picked up on. Some batters are trained to hit the ball in the zone. And I'm talking baseball terms here, okay? You want it in that specific zone. You practice at getting the ball in the zone. Now, those batters, normally, if a ball is outside or inside or up and out, those guys aren't going to go of it because it's not in the zone. And that's when you get a little bit of issues with, umpires calling balls and strikes. But pure hitters, guys that are natural, we're talking about your Vladimir Guerreros in baseball, I should say, your Big Poppies. Those guys can hit the ball anywhere, off their shoe tops, a foot outside. It doesn't matter. And it looks like that's exactly what Corey Anderson did. Man, he hit a ball that was behind him, bro. He hit a ball that was like, a foot the other way that you even said, hey, that looked like it was wide if he let it go, but he just went and got it.
Did that a few
and
times.
some guys, bro, some guys are just hitters. They want to hit. I don't care where you throw it. You know what I mean? Let me just hit it. You know what I mean? Again, I understand what the announcer was saying too. He was like, it was impressive that he was able to hit a ball that far that was thrown that slow. People normally think, the slower the ball, the easier it is. It might be to hit, but not to get far, not to hit far. Distance and that power also comes from, at least in baseball, from the speed of the pitcher. Okay, they help generate some of that power with their speed. So if a guy's throwing like a ephus pitch in baseball, 47, miles an hour, you know what I mean, dude? It's impossible almost to hit that thing out. You know what I mean? You got to be really hitting the gym. You got to be yoked. You know what I'm saying? But Corey Anderson, man, really, really impressive. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, I want to, give a little bit of information from about Corey Anderson. Anderson here, he's a professional New Zealand cricketer, like we had mentioned, like it said on the screen. He's an all-rounder, so that means he can bowl as well. He plays in the PSL. He plays in the IPL. He plays for New Zealand first-class cricket and New Zealand internationally. So this was a game January 1st, so New Year's Day 2014, where he shot to fame with his fastest century in one-day cricket or any other List A cricket format. That was against the West Indies again off 36 balls, breaking Shahid Afridi's record of 37 deliveries. So he beat it by 1 ball. And then not too longer later, a year later, was when AB de Villiers broke his record and was able to get his higher score, his century off 31 deliveries. So that's pretty impressive. I mean, this guy, again, I haven't heard too much about him. I wouldn't even know about him if it wasn't for Blair sending us this request. So thanks so much for that. But this guy had the record for over a year, for about a year and, 15, 16, 17 days until AB de Villiers came and broke that record again off West Indies. So poor West Indies. I mean, sometimes that's how it is. That's how the sports gods are sometimes. You can be on top of the world for as long as they were. And then, you have these unfortunate things happen. Now, is it the end of the world? No. Is it losing the World Cup? No. But it's unfortunate that they're, getting beat up twice on these records. But I mean, the all-time record of anything is super impressive. One-day cricket's been around for quite a while now, and he held it for at least a year. Unfortunately for him, AB de Villiers was on some kind of other planet a year later. But, hats off to this guy because, I mean, that's awesome. I got to say, as we're learning about cricket, I haven't heard too much about New Zealand. I want to say one of our most recent comments said that New Zealand is one of the better teams now in the world. So congrats for them. I'm not sure what their history is. Maybe I got to do a basic overview on their country's team one of these days. But super impressive. And it's nice to know that, the players in cricket, they're all spread around of all different countries.
No, definitely. I will say this, though. Never been to a cricket game, but I've been to plenty of baseball games. And the same thing that happens with fans in baseball games happen with fans in cricket games when the ball gets hit into the crowd, people trying to catch it. Now here, people are trying to catch it, the guys with the orange shirt for $100,000. You got to barehand it. I've barehanded balls before, and I'll tell you what, it hurts like the dickens. So we can't give the guy who dropped his kid to try to catch the ball too much flack. But he better hope his kid never watches that video because he's going to look at his old man, not like, why didn't you drop me? But why didn't you catch that? That's $100,000. You're going to drop me and not catch it? You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
Bro.
You're crazy. I remember a video from MLB. I think it was a foul ball. The dude's holding his 12-month baby and he's catching the ball. He might have had a glove. I don't think he one-handed, but I mean, that is some serious concentration.
Bro, I've seen guys literally with their girlfriends or whatever, or wives, and they're, eating, sharing something, and also the ball comes to them, and they literally just push the chick out of the way. There's something about that ball coming, and you're like, oh, and you think they're trying to protect her from getting hit from the baseball, but no, they're trying to go for that foul ball. The worst, though, are the dudes that take the balls from the little kids. That drives me nuts, man. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you catch it clean, that's one thing. But if a ball bounces and there's a little scrum with little kids, don't be the 50-year-old dude or 40-year-old dude that comes out of the scrum with the ball. Come on.
Dude, I love this topic because there's so many things that you see. First of all, I can't stand the guys that you see on Sports Center where they're dodging out of the way from the ball and their girlfriends are right behind them. And they're the ones that possibly could get nailed because they're not trying to protect them. That's jacked up. As far as what you said about what was the last thing you just said? Oh, sticking from the kids. There's a show, Impractical Jokers. I'm sure you've seen it. It's an awesome show. I love that show. There's a punishment where Joe, and he's the craziest of all of them. He's not afraid to do anything. It's all set up with Thor from the Mets. What's his name again? What's his last name?
Oh, Noah Syndergaard.
Yeah, Noah Syndergaard. He's in on it. It's they're getting ready for the game. And the whole punishment is he's got to take all these balls thrown by Syndergaard as Syndergaard's trying to throw it to little kids. And he's supposed to just snatch them before they can get it. And again, Syndergaard's in on it, but the parents aren't. And so he does 10 of them. No joke. And he's got to get I think 10 before the punishment's over. And every single time, after the third or fourth one, these parents are pissed. They are ticked. They're like, what's this guy's problem? And he's just got to sit there and just keep taking it. Bro, it's awesome.
He's lucky he didn't get punched in the face because you said Noah Syndergaard. He's in New York, obviously. If he was in on it, and in New York, that's in Queens, bro. Shea Stadium's in Queens. There's some parents out there that aren't playing, bro. But he's lucky he didn't do that in Dodger Stadium because that really wouldn't fly.
I don't know too many places where that would fly. Now, most people, they're civil and whatnot, but man, you got to have some serious cojones. But as far as, Corey Anderson's approach, again, I I don't feel comfortable enough knowing about the sport to be able to dissect mechanics and this and that. But again, it seems like his approach is different than other batters that we've seen, that we've had longer videos that we've reacted to. And I mean, he just stays pretty pat. He has almost like a baseball approach when he's standing there next to the stumps. And I see a lot. He's got that front shoulder and that front foot that's kind of protecting the way so that he knows where to swing. And I don't think he's protecting his body with it, but he just kind of uses that as like the front forward of where he's going to go. And most of the balls, I mean, it seemed like he knew where they were going before they got bowled, besides that one where he popped it up that you mentioned, because his head was going this way and the ball was going that way. But I mean, I don't know how these batsmen, they're able to predict whether it's not going to bounce, whether it is going to bounce, if it's going to bounce, where it's going to go. I understand it's a longer bat, but I don't really think that has much to do with it in some of these instances, because these guys, I mean, somewhere, like you said, behind him on this side, some way wide on this side, and he even skipped a beat. He just kept going forward, and he wasn't trying to protect the stumps the entire time. He was just giving his nice, easy swing, and a lot of times he had the muscle to push it over. That was awesome.
Well, my brother Benny. My brother played college ball up in Niagara, and when he was in New York, he played with one of the better ball players in the Bronx, Pedro Alvarez, who ended up going to play for the Pirates. And they were talking on Facebook or whatever years ago, and he asked him, he's like, "Dude, let me ask you a question. What is, like, what's the biggest difference? You're in the show, people dream to get to the show. You're in the show. And for those of you that don't know baseball, the show means you made it to the major leagues, all right? Because you could get drafted and never make it. You'll still be in the minor leagues or whatever." And he said, "Bro, the biggest difference is everything looks the same. Every single pitch looks the same. Where it's a fastball, it's a slider, it's a curveball, it's a changeup, it looks the same. So you really can't read speed. So most of the time you're up there guessing. The really, really great players can tell where it's going. When we're watching cricket, we're watching the really, really great players. They've seen so many of these balls. I'm sure they know where it's going. But for the average cricket player, I guarantee you they're not they don't know where that ball is going. You can't tell if it's going to be a bouncer, if it's going to be a Yorker. You know what I'm saying? If it's going to be wide outside. It's something that comes with a lot of skill and, of course, reps, thousands and thousands and thousands of reps. I love in the test when they're talking about Steve Smith, and they're talking about how he has his wife throw him balls. All this guy loves to do is his bat, and it's repetition. The more reps you do, the better you're gonna get at it. Okay, that's just the reality about it. You got to do it over and over and over and over again. And the more you're out there, you've seen the ball bounce, and you know if it's gonna be short. You've seen so many of them, so it's all about those reps. But I will say that's even with repetition, you still got to be extraordinarily skilled to do so. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a really high level of skill.
Dude, I want to know, and I don't mean this in any way offensively. This is a compliment. I want to know if Steve Smith's wife is a cricketer herself, because, I mean, if she's throwing to him and he's performing at that level, I want to know what kind of skills does she have as a bowler. Now, it might just be as simple like she just pops it up and he's just trying to get his timing and his swing down. But, I mean, he's first class all world, sleeps with his bat at night, all this kind of stuff. He walks around like it's a cane or whatever. He just can't get away from it. But I wonder what kind of bowler she is. Jeez Louise.
I'm sure she's not a fast bowler or a pace bowler. But, it's one of those situations, bro, where, I was working at one point, both teaching, as you know, and driving limo. So I had no time. So Savannah would go out to the back and just do soft toss with my oldest son, Giovanni and Trey. And she would underhand them some balls. She, throw them over the top. So you don't necessarily even have to be able to throw super hard. It's just getting the reps so that you can continuously get those swings in. Now, Savannah had played softball in high school, and, she's familiar with the game. She also played high school soccer. So she is an athlete herself, but again, you know what I'm saying? It's just the idea of getting those extra reps in over and over and over and over again. And I mean, sleeping with the bat is a little extreme, but hey, that just shows you how much he loves the game.
Well, maybe for the YouTube channel, we got to start sleeping with our webcams or something. Who knows? We got to get some more rest. But we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope you enjoyed this reaction. If you want to be part of Patreon, if you want to get us your cricket request in, go ahead and check out the link below to see how to do that. We love our patrons. We're getting more every month, which we're just so excited about. And, a little update for our patrons, the money that you've been giving us. I was able to get some new camera equipment for myself. We were able to get Gabe a new microphone. So we use all the money for the technical stuff that we need for this channel. I never put it in our pocket. So if you want our videos to be better, then please help us out. But with all that being said, don't forget, check out some other cricket videos that we have. If you enjoy this, we have tons of them. Sometimes we'll get requests and I'll say, hey, we already got a video on that. Check it out. Go ahead and see what we have. But until next time.
That's 6 runs.